Now from Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, welcome to Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. The Mets have rattled off 16 straight wins. Will they make it 17? Find out next. Number 48 is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around in a big way.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Daniel Murphy.
First pitch on its way. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I expect to see a big performance out of Chase Headley. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat, well, they just go.
Stepping up to the plate, Denard Span. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Now the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Crowd on the run. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third, first baseman number 35, Eric Hosmer.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Well, clearly this guy doesn't need many warm-up pitches because he's 98 miles an hour in the first inning. Newsflash to the offense, they better get it going.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Fernando Chavez is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right, and this guy should be fun to watch in this one.
Now batting, Alonzo Cochran, having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase. Here comes the first pitch. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, after the leadoff knock right there, you know what they say. You get that leadoff guy on, I don't care how it's done. He usually comes around to score. But let's tip our hat to the pitcher. He set the tone in the top of the first, retiring him in order.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction. I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row, back-to-back. I don't think there'll be a third.
The 1-2. Just hung in there on that one.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
The 1-2. Runners off for second. Pitch misses. The throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
This catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
Pickoff move to second, and he's back easily. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
A throw behind the runner at second, and he's back standing. Here's the 2-2, and the runner's breaking for third. This is line to left, but coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first down. Now a throw to second, and it turns into a double play. The hit and run backfires as he gets hung out to dry on the line drive. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. This guy was one of 3 silver sluggers in the National League for outfielders. He can flat out rake. You get in that category, only 3 guys of all the outfielders in that league, that's pretty impressive.
Next for the Mets, Bryant Tyner. He begins this one with the 4th best batting average in the National League. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Shot back up the middle. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You know, D-Roll, that's not a bad way to keep it going. A base hit right there. Hitting streak, 15 games and counting.
Yeah, we're halfway through a calendar month, and he looks up and he's had a knock. You can't get caught up in it. You have to trust the process. Keep doing what got you to this point. Staying focused, not trying to do too much, staying within your plan and studying the opposing pitcher.
Into the box, Mark Piazza, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. He'll enter play here up near the 340 mark. 5 homers and 16 RBIs. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up around the face.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away. Tyner is off at first with 2 away. Again, another foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. And a wild pitch here as this one's to the backstop. Now a throw over, just keeping him close. The 3-2 pitch. Line drive to left. And he'll pull this one down a step or two in front of the warning track, and the inning is over. Mets leave 1. We are still scoreless. Striding forward, Hector Alfaro, and the confidence might be wavering at the moment. Last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. First pitch coming, here it is. That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And I want to shine the light on Yoenis Cespedes, outfielder right here. The ability to play multiple positions in the outfield, both corners, and can dabble in center field as well. And newsflash, people, do not run on this guy. He has one of the best arms in the business.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring in the dangerous switch hitter Chase Headley. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
He might want that pitch back up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Got him swinging, chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
In now, Luis Rodriguez, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Rodriguez is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled against right-handed pitching all season long, but he just needs a few knocks today, maybe to get the confidence going. I don't think this is the norm for this ball player.
2 out here and a runner at second. Here's a pitch swung on and missed, 1-2 now.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. 2-2 pitch just missed.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Here's the first pitch to him. Popped him up. Hosmer has room in foul territory. One down. So stepping in, Robert Vincent. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now this is chopped foul at home plate. It's 0-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Swing and a liner. Foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. I had him lunging there as he's just able to tap it foul at home plate. Now another 1-2. Fouled away. The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider, and it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though.
Here's Manny Machado now, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses. Ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Sandy Leon. And he has not gotten off to the start he had hoped for with the bat. It's been a real struggle for him out of the gate. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Right there is Reyes. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Pitcher, Fernando Chavez.
Into the box now, the Nationals pitcher, Fernando Chavez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Third inning, no score to this point. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that. But most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Nationals gone in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Next up from New York, Jose Reyes. It was a three-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way. Now here's a line drive that'll make it out into left center, and he's going to have himself a leadoff single.
Hey, right here, anytime a leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the third baseman creeping in. You're going to see the first baseman crashing, trying to get that out at second base. But if not, make sure of one.
Digging in, number 48. First trip to the plate for him in the ball game. He's set. Here it comes. Now a bunt attempt here. This is foul for the first strike. Reyes gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike two. And he tries to bunt here with two strikes, but he's out. Riding in once again, Alonzo Cochran. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Murphy. One there. On to Hosmer, but it'll come too late to get them both. So runner at first here with two gone in the inning. And standing in, the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is off the corner and low. Ball one. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
The 2-0 on the way. 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Denard Span, as we begin the top of the 4th. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a knee-high fastball. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Swinging a soft liner. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th.
Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder tucked, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
Ready for another chance? Eric Hosmer. Span runs. That's a strike to throw down. Is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know he's throwing you tough pitches. He does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you step out, regroup, maybe sit over the heart of the plate, knowing that he's trying to execute so well, he might miss right down the middle.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Hector Alfaro. He flew out in his last at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. Span leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Hit on the ground out to short. Cochran comes up with it. And there's out number 2. Digging in to try it again, Chase Headley. Runner in scoring position with some time. Lay off fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. The 1-0 home. Count now a ball and a strike. Hit hard towards center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And he's in safely to third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Man, the pitcher was this close to getting out of the inning and leaving that runner stranded, but the guy standing on third had other ideas, driving in the first run of the game.
1-0 the count.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Right there is Reyes. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bryant Tyner. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Number 23.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Well, New York Mets fandom has really been taken to another level by that group decked out in orange in right center field. They got their name from the 7-line subway train that serves Citi Field, and it's become quite a big deal here in Queens.
No, Matt, they really go all out in support of this Mets team, and it's sort of become a movement amongst fans here in New York.
Yeah, it's a well-organized group, believe it or not, that holds several events throughout the year. They even take their act on the road to visiting ballparks a couple of times each season. It's been really great for the Mets organization. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Missed with a breaking ball.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Full count now. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Count still full, 3-2.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 3-2 one more time. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. As soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting it down the first baseline. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks like, you are getting it down the line.
The second for 1 on to first, and they get the double play, but boy, was he ever upended at second base. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, but he'll flag this one down toward the alley. Nearly trouble, but instead the inning. Striding in now for the Nats, Luis Rodriguez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And that one right down Main Street.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. The 1-2. Still 1-2.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
For the Nationals.
And now for Washington, Sandy Leon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to him, maybe against the pitcher.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Into the box now, Fernando Chavez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a fastball just a bit up. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for the Nationals. 1-2 to the Nationals pitcher.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
Popped him up. Vincent in foul ground, and he brings it in on the warning track. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they lead it 1. Stepping up now, Robert Vincent. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First offering on its way. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. At least he held up. He must have been guessing.
Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1. 1-1, here it comes. And it's 1-2.
You know, you don't face too many guys that have thrown a nasty splitter like he has today. He's had this lineup off balance all game with that pitch.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that is through into right field for a single.
Third baseman, number 4.
Standing in, Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Seared down the first baseline. And Hosmer won't be able to get a glove on it. It's a fair ball. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Stepping in now, Jose Reyes. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. There's one. On to Hosmer, but it'll come too late to get them both.
Now batting, number 48.
Digging in, number 48. And they're runners at the corners now. First pitch on its way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. In to score from third is the tying run. It's 1-1.
That was a good controlled swing out of him there. And that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Alonzo Cochran. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
From the stretch. Good call as they pitch out there, but Reyes isn't going yet. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. Gets him on the mound. No chance to make a play. Let's see if he's okay out there.
The center fielder, number 28, Mike Trout.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one. Reyes leads from second. Here's the pitch. He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike two. Now both runners are breaking in the dirt here. Oh, and look at this. It's in the dirt, and both runners move up on the double steal. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Mets forced to settle for one here in the inning. We're through 5 here at the ballpark, all tied. Here's Daniel Murphy now. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
It's really been an amazing transition for Daniel Murphy. Known more as an average type hitter, Matt, when he was a member of the New York Mets, but since he's put on a Nationals uniform, boy, the power surge has come and it has not stopped.
A 1-1 count to the Nationals leadoff batter. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Pulled toward right center field. Tyner is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
First baseman, number 35, Eric Hosmer.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. A ball and a strike to count to Hosmer. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, really.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. Score remains tied 1-1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brian Tyner, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. Span patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit. Into the box, Mark Piazza. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
No hits to this point. Now the 1-0 is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Span looks up, and that one is gone. Solo shot to right center. 6th home run on the season for him, and the Mets move out to a 2-1 lead.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, and it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
The left fielder, number 52.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes.
Cespedes.
Strike one to start the at-bat. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. That one's out of here. Back-to-back home runs. Solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. Home run number 9 on the year, and the Mets have taken a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and after the second home run, you could just sense that he's spent. Poor body language, he's been grinding, and I just think he's worn out. We'll see if he can make a change in a hurry.
Now the National skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision.
Number 39, Hendry.
Standing in now, Robert Vincent swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one, and they've done it again. Back-to-back-to-back home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Mets open things up here. It's now 4-1. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
D-Row, some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those games.
Yeah, but there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get to that bat.
On the ground to third. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The batter, number 7, second baseman.
Ready for another shot now, Jose Reyes. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Hembry, a 6'4" right-hander. He was a 5th-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 4 and the Nats 1. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Striding in once again, Hector Alfaro. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only one run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Hector Alfaro is retired to kick off the inning.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
This is on the ground over to first. Vincent scoops it up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter.
Digging in to try it again, Steven Souza. He was a ground-out victim last time up. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well, and one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes, over 70% so far in this outing.
Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2.
And we'll have to leave it there as the and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail it 4-1.
Your attention, please.
Ready for another chance. Number 48. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Fouled off. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. The 1-1 is taken below the zone for a ball. The 2-1 is looked at for ball 3.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order lean.
And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in Alonso Cochran, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First offering on its way. Hit in the air out to center field. And this is handled out there by Span for the first out. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and standing in the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch is mishandled behind the plate, and it bounces away. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball. The 1-0 misses for the second ball. Now the 2-0 home. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. Hit the other way out toward right field. Alfaro on the move. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting, right fielder.
Into the box, Bryant Tyner. Here's the first pitch to him. Missed with a slider. Padilla on third with 2 out. Changeup stays outside, and he's behind 2-0.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
Mark Piazza would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Inside ball 4, and they're at the corners now with 2 away.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner will get back standing. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. First pitch on its way. And a fastball just a bit high.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Now the 2-0 is taken, strike 1. Now the 2-1. A shot down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Hit sharply toward the right side. Alfaro is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out. Jerry Familia has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Leading off the inning, Luis Rodriguez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Called strike over the outside corner.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. He was great all night long. Ready once again, Sandy Leon. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. The 0-1 on its way. Grounded to short. To his left, Cochran. Throw gets him, 2 down. Brandon Moss will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman, Familia. A right-hander standing 6'3". His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up and the time you get to arbitration.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Elvis Rodriguez is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Elvis Rodriguez.
Digging in and looking for more, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Pitch on the way. Hard on the ground towards short. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front. He was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch out, nothing doing. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. ground ball sent back up the middle. Barehanded for one. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Third baseman number 4.
Digging in once again, Manny Machado. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off there, 1-0. With this one almost in books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Dan, what does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Hero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now. This has the makings of being a long game.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
In now, Jose Reyes. Softly hit to the left side. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher when you can't go one way when you pitch a guy in. He pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning this season.
A ball and no strikes. Looking to make it 3 straight 2-out hits here. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. The 1-0. A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike 1. Machado over at second. Reyes at first, 2 out in the inning. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. 3-1 to the Mets left fielder.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're grand slam ahead, Dan. But you're a former closer. Warm it up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4 and you know that save situation's gone out the window, don't tell me that doesn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt you. Oh, it does because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball. You get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a...
And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's 6-1.
You know, Dero, as a pitcher, that can be so frustrating. You're trying to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, that ball's driven into left center. This could be trouble. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And the runner will score from second. And the second run will score as well.
They say when it rains, it pours, and it's pouring out there right now. Drives in 2 more with that shot, making it 4 runs in the inning. This inning is starting to get away from him.
Into the box now, Bryant Tyner as he rips it on the ground to second. Murphy's got it. Throw in time for the 3rd out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We've played 8 full. The Mets are out on top, 8-1. Well, beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing as we welcome you back for the 9th. Andrew Miller comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Andrew Miller.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And it was sinking on him a bit, but he's able to run it down anyway for the first down. And the pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. The set and the 1-1 pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. One out, nobody on. Bouncer up the middle. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
In there, 1-1. A ball and a strike to count to Hosmer. And this will be fouled away. And a strikeout here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Into the box, Hector Alfaro grounded up the first baseline. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 0-1. This is line to left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Third baseman, James Headley.
Here's Chase Headley as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Last strike now for the Nats. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Boy, Dero, so close to getting the strikeout there. Needed to make one more pitch and didn't throw a good enough breaking ball there with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that's what you pray for from an offensive standpoint. You try and pick up that red spinning dot that constitutes slider coming in there, and then you hope it doesn't fall off the table. He was able to get himself inside that baseball and get a ribby hit.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Alfaro on second. Headley on at first with 2 down. Now it's swinging a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him. And the Mets will add 1 more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Wow, another game and another night to celebrate another victory. I'm just excited we've been able to be here to witness this amazing streak. There's nothing prettier in the world than good baseball, and that's just what they're giving us.
8-2 tonight's final. New York rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Number 48 notches his 3rd win of the year, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.